destroy this world, so that the true utopia can be Judgment Day has arrived! To deliver us salvation, we must repent and rejoice, for the world has not yet come to an
That's a solid performance for an old fart like you.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Devil May Cry 4. Starting from here on out, we will be switching from Nero to Dante, and the two of them have radically different playstyles, which should be apparent if you've ever played any of the other DMCs, especially 3. Before we go into the mission, Dante retains all of the purple and blue orb upgrades, plus the rest of Nero's items. That stuff is all universal. Anything that you can buy with red orbs, that is. All of the Proud Souls that you harvested and spent as Nero are refunded for Dante, so you can juice them up as you please right from the word go. And I have enough to do basically everything I want with the weapons Dante starts with. And unlike Nero, Dante will get to expand his arsenal as we move through his missions. And going into mission 12, we're going to start in the same room that Nero just fought Dante in. Now let's get reacquainted with the styles from DMC3. First off, Trickster gives you access to all sorts of dashes and air dashes and teleports and stuff. It's your mobility style. And Swordmaster expands your moveset, gives you access to new combos and abilities depending on your Devil Arm. Right now we only have Rebellion, but we will get more as I said. Gunslinger enhances your firearms. Right now we only have standard handguns, Ebony and Ivory, along with the shotguns, which got a name for the first time, Coyote. You can fire in multiple directions. You have new gun moves like the Acid Rain I just did. The shotgun gets its own Stinger ability. It shows some more Swordmaster stuff off while we thin the herd of scarecrows, basically training dummies out. And then we'll get around to the fourth final style, last but certainly not least, Royal Guard. Oh, we got a little bit overeager. Yeah, there we go. There's a few nice parries. This is potentially one of the most impactful, but it requires the most precision. It can make you untouchable if you do it well. When you hit the style button, it lets Dante block, but that's not the best part. The best part is that if you precisely time it, Dante performs what is called a just guard, which is a parry. It's a parry. Using the Royal Guard style builds up a meter, and you can expend that meter by doing a release. And Royal Guard's release does a huge, huge burst of damage depending on how full that meter is. And we'll get more into the styles in just a sec. There's so much more to talk about, especially when it comes to styles in DMC4. These are, I think they're the Uber Scarecrows or something like that. They're the Scarecrow cousins introduced way, way too late in the game. They should have probably been introduced earlier, even in normal. A couple of these do show up much earlier in the game on Dante Must Die. Man, they just bounce like balloons. Oh, the DT version of Stinger in this is life. It's just a spear straight through him to the other side, crosses through. And we get some overdrive too. Swordmaster specific. It's drive followed up with a couple additional taps on the button. God, they just bounce like balloons. So fun. So you're noticing something about the way I'm using the styles. The styles individually are not dramatically different. Whoa, gotta watch those when they die. Not dramatically different from how all of the styles work in Devil May Cry 3, except holy fuck, while I've been demoing the styles, I didn't have to quit to the menu and select a different one to play with, or swap it out at a goddess statue. I've just been running through and switching them on the fly using the D-pad. Holy shit! You need a mod for the really subpar PC version of Devil May Cry 3 to do it in that game. That's a standard feature in 4. This is part of why DMC4 is so exciting mechanically. Between the introduction of all of Nero's new mechanics, now being able to swap Dante's styles at will, we can bridge this really easily with the extra double jump from Devil Trigger. If you fall down there, you wind up having to call the elevator down and fight a bunch of frosts. No problem for us. Also, yeah, follow this up with Dance Macabre, which is the stinger with the style button for Swordmaster. Kind of just runs through the greatest hits list of all the moves. It's really, really good, though. But yeah, between all of Nero's new stuff, now being able to swap Dante's styles at will, you get so much newfound freedom to just freeform your combos to your heart's content. Just mix and match the styles with it. Oh, it's so good. It's so... Oh, God, it's such a breath of fresh air. And the more you gain mastery over the system, the more dexterous you are about swapping and all this stuff, the more you can just tear this game wide open. And of course, my Johns for the day. Since I am not, at least not in an LP format, gonna be playing in an optimal, like, combo mad way, my Johns do that. My buttons are different from those of Nero's. I forgot to change some of my custom controller stuff for Dante, too. Although charge shots are way less important to Dante than they are Nero, so I don't know. Or at least for the time being. I don't know if I'm going to switch back, actually. Might just keep fire on square for Dante. So you notice that we went back down the elevator that Nero went up with the wing talisman powering it. Now we're back here in the spinning blade room where we lost the chrono key as Nero. And we're picking it up with Dante. So you see we're basically just backtracking through his mission. Here's the major bummer of the game. You go through, and Nero is new, and you're learning him, and maybe you hate Nero, maybe you hate not playing as Dante for a while, and that's why you hate Nero, but... Or maybe you're just excited by all the new possibilities that come with him, one way or another. You're going through, it's something new, you're learning all this new tech. We should go over the top of that. They're throwing new bosses, new abilities at you, that's cool. The first half of the game is going fine. You get to this really nice crescendo with not Sanctus. Oh god, I'm having a brain fart. Anyway, you get this nice series of crescendos, rival battles and stuff. And Mission 11 with that really tough Dante fight. And then you get Dante and oh, wow! Oh boy, Dante, I can't wait to play with Dante again. And there's like a lovely contrast between him and Nero. And you get like, you finally get access to the DMC4 style system again. And you get to swap between them on the fly. And that's fucking awesome. That's really exciting to be able to play with and mess around with. But wait, I'm just repeating the game, but in reverse. Just going through all of Nero's missions, but doing them backwards. Ah, shit. That's the flow for Dante. That's the second half of the game. Which is essentially lots of backtracking. And that's what tends to put a damper on this for a lot of people. A fairly big one. It's that, and a lot of people just hate Nero. For a variety of reasons. Holy shit, that's so fun to do. It's not even the most stylish thing. It's not even the most efficient thing. It's just so nice. But what I will say about the backtracking that keeps things fresh, aside from the fact that we just get to experiment with the on-the-fly style switching and all that, it's nice to just be back to Dante. The nice thing that I will say is that we're still getting new enemies introduced to us, along with new devil arms for Dante. So it's not all cookie-cutter, same things that we've seen. It's the same environments and the same general mission structure, just in reverse. But now we're just playing with new toys while backtracking. Was this the corner that had the red orb cache? I guess. Oh, I forgot which one it was. Nope. I know it's... No! Because the other corner is the one with the combat adjudicator that's Nero only. Oh, and we get to go back and do all of the many, many Dante combat adjudicators that we saw on the way here. So many of them. So we leave the Order's headquarters, and it is in pieces. But then again, the outside world is currently being invaded. Things are looking pretty rough out there. Wow, the fireworks did not hit shit. Maybe on the other side. That's a little bit better. That's a little better. Grab that one last one before we leave. I can't actually remember, because Stinger cancels into itself pretty quickly in this. I'm not sure if a max level Stinger is faster for traveling than just the speed upgrade. I can't quite tell. I'd have to watch a speed run to find out.
You order the sword, huh?
Yes. Are you familiar with them?
Sorry, religion and I don't mix.
It's a small congregation that gathers in the castle town of Fortuna. I guess the only people who would have heard of it are the ones who take interest in this type of thing.
Like you.
Exactly. So just how much do you know about Sparta?
Well, from what I can figure, there's a lot of confusion surrounding them.
The story goes that Sparta served as the feudal lord of the city long ago. The people who live there today take these legends as truth and worship them, just like a god.
They worship a demon as a god?
Peaceful worship can't be condemned, but the real problem is the Order. Lately, they've been running amok, catching demons, and have even butted in on some of my jobs.
Maybe they're starting a zoo.
Not just demons. They've also been targeting devil arms, like the ones you have.
Okay, then, a museum. So what?
Well, what if their intentions are foul? And there's a diabolical plan behind these apparently random acts?
Well then, I'd have something to keep me occupied, and... Trish! Things always gotta be complicated.
Lots of nice little Easter eggs in that cutscene that we will get a little bit more into next time. For now, thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.